Chosen one, as you begin this sacred journey of surrender, let's take a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect on what it truly means to surrender to God. Surrender is often misunderstood in the human experience. It is not about weakness, resignation, or giving up. Surrender is, in fact, a powerful act of trust, faith, and alignment with divine purpose. It is a willingness to release the grip you hold on life, to let go of your need to control every outcome, and to trust that God's plan for you is greater than anything you could plan for yourself. The concept of surrender may feel challenging, especially in a world that values self-reliance and control. You have been taught, in many ways, that you must be in charge, that success is tied to your ability to control your circumstances and make things happen. It's natural to want to direct the course of your life, to shape your destiny with your own hands. And yet, true peace and fulfillment come not from control, but from letting go and allowing yourself to be guided by something greater than your own will. Surrendering to God is an invitation to release the burden of trying to control everything around you. It is about acknowledging that you are not alone in this journey, and that the divine wisdom that flows through the universe is far beyond what you could ever imagine. When you surrender, you trust that God's plan for your life is infinitely more beautiful, expansive, and loving than anything your mind could conceive. But surrender does not come easily. There is a natural human resistance to letting go, especially when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. It feels safer to hold onto the reins, to tightly grip the wheel, and to control the direction in which we're headed. This resistance to surrender often comes from a place of fear. Fear that if we let go, we might lose control of our lives, that we might face something painful, or that we will not get the outcomes we desire. But chosen one, I want you to know that this fear is rooted in the illusion of control. When you surrender to God, you are aligning yourself with divine flow. You are trusting that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when you cannot see the full picture. You are trusting that every situation, every challenge, and every person in your life is part of a greater plan, a plan that has your highest good in mind. It's important to remember that surrender doesn't mean you do nothing. It doesn't mean that you stop making choices or taking action. It means that you choose to release the outcome. You do what you can, and then you trust God to handle the rest. Surrender is about acknowledging that you are not in control of everything, but that the divine presence within and around you is guiding you toward the highest path. Imagine, for a moment, what it would feel like to surrender completely, to release the weight of trying to control every aspect of your life, to let go of the constant striving and striving. How would your heart feel if you could rest in the knowledge that God has everything handled? Can you feel the weight of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty lifting from your shoulders as you allow yourself to simply be guided, trusting that everything is working out for your highest good? This is the essence of surrender, moving from a place of fear, doubt, and control into a place of trust, peace, and divine alignment. It's a radical act of faith, one that asks you to release the illusion of control and embrace the flow of divine will. Take a deep breath right now, chosen one, and feel the sensation of letting go. Let go of the need to plan every detail, to control every outcome, to manipulate life in your favor. Feel the weight of that responsibility lifting from your chest. You don't have to do it all on your own. You are not alone in this. Surrender is not about inaction or passivity. It is about being open, being receptive, and trusting the path before you, even when you cannot see all the steps. This act of surrender invites you to live more fully in the present moment, where true peace resides. When you stop trying to control what has already happened, or worry about what is to come, you free yourself to experience the beauty of now. The present moment is where divine guidance exists. The present moment is where you can feel the gentle nudge of God's presence, leading you, reassuring you, and filling you with love. As you move forward, I invite you to carry the intention of surrender with you throughout your day. In every moment of challenge, of doubt, of uncertainty, ask yourself, can I let go and trust God in this moment? And as you ask that question, feel the divine flow around you, supporting you, encouraging you to release the need to control. Allow yourself to flow with the current of life, knowing that you are being guided to exactly where you need to be. The power of surrender is in the release. It is in letting go of the grip you have on your own plans and trusting that God's plans for you are more beautiful than anything you could have imagined. When you surrender to God, you align yourself with divine wisdom and open yourself up to the endless possibilities that await you. You let go of the burden of trying to control outcomes, and you invite peace, trust, and divine guidance into your heart. Now, chosen one, I want you to say these words aloud and feel the power of each declaration as it fills your soul. I surrender to God's will. I trust that divine guidance is always available to me. I release the need to control outcomes, and I trust that everything is working for my highest good. Feel the truth of these words as they settle deep within you. You are surrendering not to a force of helplessness, but to the loving, guiding hand of the divine. And in that surrender, you find peace, you find trust, and you find the ability to live in harmony with God's divine plan. Chosen one, now that you've begun to understand the divine power of surrender, let's address the inner struggle that often arises when we attempt to release control. The temptation to hold on. It's natural to want to control every aspect of our lives. We believe that through our efforts, our planning, and our strategic actions, we can shape the world around us and dictate the outcomes. But while control can provide an illusion of security, it often leads to exhaustion, anxiety, and frustration. The truth is, you cannot control everything, and when you try, you only invite stress and imbalance into your life. The struggle with control is deeply rooted in fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, and fear of not being enough. When we attempt to control our circumstances, we are trying to protect ourselves from these fears. We want to make sure everything goes according to plan because we fear what might happen if things don't unfold the way we expect. But in doing so, we close ourselves off from the flow of life, from the peace that comes with trusting in God's plan, and from the miracles that await us when we allow things to unfold naturally. But here's the divine truth, chosen one. Control does not bring peace, nor does it guarantee success. The more you try to control the details of your life, the more you isolate yourself from divine guidance, the more you disconnect from the infinite wisdom that is available to you. In fact, the more you try to control, the more you create tension within yourself, because you are working against the natural flow of the universe. You are denying the very essence of divine trust that allows the universe to support you in miraculous ways. The truth is that we are all part of a greater plan, one that is bigger than anything we could create on our own. Life is not a series of events that need to be controlled, but rather a series of opportunities for growth, expansion, and divine alignment. When we let go of the need to control, we open ourselves up to receive the blessings, guidance, and opportunities that are meant for us. We step into the divine flow, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Yet, the temptation to control can still linger. You might find yourself, even after deciding to surrender, trying to direct the outcome of a situation. You might feel a deep urge to manipulate circumstances or push things forward in a way that feels right to you. These urges are natural, but they are rooted in the fear that things won't work out unless you are in control. But remember, chosen one, this is an illusion. The universe has a far greater perspective than we do, and surrendering control allows divine wisdom to guide the way. When you feel the temptation to control, pause and take a moment to breathe deeply. Acknowledge the fear or the desire for control, but do not let it drive your actions. Instead, bring your focus back to God, to your higher self, and to the truth that everything is in divine order. Release your grip on the situation and allow yourself to trust. This act of letting go can feel vulnerable, but it is through this vulnerability that you open yourself to transformation and spiritual growth. One of the most powerful ways to move past the need to control is to remind yourself that God's plan is always greater than your own. We can only see a limited portion of the bigger picture. There are so many factors, so many threads, that are part of the divine tapestry of our lives. When you try to control things, you are limiting your perspective and blocking the flow of grace and guidance that God wants to give you. But when you let go, you trust in the wisdom of the divine. You surrender your desire to control and open yourself up to the higher path. Ask yourself, chosen one, What would it feel like to release the need to control? Imagine letting go of the mental burden of planning every detail, of worrying about every outcome. Picture yourself moving through life with trust in God, knowing that whatever happens is for your highest good. This doesn't mean you stop making decisions or taking action. It means that you take action with faith, with trust, that everything will unfold according to a divine plan, not based on your need to control it. It's important to remember that surrendering control doesn't mean becoming passive or inactive. Rather, it means taking inspired action from a place of trust. It means making decisions from your heart, following your intuition, and being open to divine guidance. It means acting in alignment with your highest purpose, but doing so with the understanding that the outcome may not always match your expectations, and that's okay. Trusting in God's plan means trusting that whatever happens will be for your highest good, even if it looks different from what you imagined. Each time you let go of the need to control, you strengthen your faith and deepen your relationship with the divine. You begin to see how everything aligns in perfect timing, how every situation, every challenge, and every encounter is an opportunity for growth and transformation. You begin to see the beauty of the divine order that exists in your life when you step aside and allow God to lead. When you surrender the need to control, you are allowing yourself to live in alignment with your true self. You are aligning with the flow of the universe, trusting that life is not a series of random events, but a beautiful dance with the divine. You are no longer forcing your will onto the universe, but instead working with it, flowing with it, and trusting that every step is guided by divine wisdom. At this moment, chosen one, I invite you to release the urge to control. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and surrender. Surrender your doubts, your fears, your need to plan every detail. Surrender to the understanding that you are supported by the divine, and that everything is unfolding for your highest good. Trust that when you let go, you allow the divine to work through you, to guide you, and to open doors that you never could have opened on your own. As you breathe deeply, say to yourself, I release the need to control. I trust in God's plan for my life. I surrender to divine timing and guidance. I trust that everything is working for my highest good. To free. 30 wells settery. And I maver. Feel the peace that comes with these words, chosen one. Feel the burden lifting from your heart as you surrender. You are not alone in this journey. God's presence is with you, and with each act of surrender, you step closer to the divine flow that brings peace, love, and abundance into your life. Chosen one. As you continue this beautiful journey of surrender, the next step is to understand the transformative power of letting go. Letting go is not just a one-time act. It is a continuous practice of releasing the tight grip you often hold on life. It is a sacred act that creates space for miracles, divine guidance, and infinite possibilities to flow into your life. Surrendering control is not about giving up, but rather about trusting that when you release the things you cannot control, you create room for God's plan to unfold in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. Letting go of control is often challenging because it requires a shift in mindset, a shift from fear to trust, from resistance to flow. It means acknowledging that you are not in charge of everything, and that's okay. This is where true freedom lies, chosen one, in the deep trust that everything will work out in divine timing. When you let go, you are not abandoning your dreams or aspirations. You are allowing God to guide you toward the most abundant, joyful, and aligned path for your soul's growth. Consider, for a moment, how much energy you expend when you are holding on tightly to an outcome, trying to manipulate a situation, or worrying about the future. This constant need to control drains your energy, your peace, and your connection to the divine. It prevents you from living in the moment, and it keeps you locked in a cycle of anxiety and uncertainty. But when you let go, you are choosing to trust in the process of life, to release the weight of trying to force things to happen, and to believe that God's will for you is greater than anything you could plan for yourself. Surrendering control opens you up to the possibility of miracles. It allows divine intervention to work in your life. God's plan is often more expansive and beautiful than anything we could imagine. But when we try to control everything, we limit our vision. We put ourselves in a box, thinking we know exactly what is best for us. Yet God sees the whole picture, the past, present, and future, and knows exactly what we need to experience for our highest growth. Surrendering control is an act of faith in this higher vision. When you let go, you also create space for healing. It's easy to get caught up in the wounds of the past, to hold on to old regrets, hurts, and disappointments. But those old wounds can block the flow of love and grace that is available to you in every moment. When you release the grip on your past, you allow yourself to heal, to forgive, and to move forward with a heart that is open to receiving the love and blessings that are already surrounding you. Take a moment now, chosen one, and ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What am I trying to control in my life that is causing me stress, anxiety, or heartache? Perhaps it's a relationship, a situation, or a goal that you feel you must achieve in a certain way or by a certain time. Whatever it is, acknowledge it, bring it into your awareness, and then, with love and compassion, release it. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know exactly how things will unfold. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, a plan that will lead you exactly where you need to be. When you let go of the need to control, you open yourself up to receiving the guidance and support that is available to you. This is where miracles begin to happen, when you stop trying to force things into place and instead allow them to unfold with divine grace. Another aspect of letting go is releasing your attachment to outcomes. When you hold on too tightly to a specific outcome or goal, you limit yourself. You create expectations, and when those expectations aren't met, you may feel disappointed, frustrated, or defeated. But when you let go of the attachment to outcomes, you free yourself from the burden of expectation. You release the need for things to look a certain way or happen at a specific time. Instead, you trust that the outcome will be exactly what you need, even if it looks different from what you originally imagined. Letting go of attachment to outcomes is a powerful act of faith. It allows you to live in the present moment, to experience life as it comes, and to trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. When you release the need to control outcomes, you open yourself up to the beauty and possibility of the unknown. You allow yourself to be surprised by life, to be led in unexpected directions that are even better than what you could have planned for yourself. This practice of letting go is not something that happens overnight. It is a daily commitment to surrender. Every time you feel the urge to control, to hold on tightly, or to force an outcome, remind yourself to release. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and surrender. Trust that God is guiding you, and that everything is working together for your highest good. One powerful way to cultivate the practice of letting go is through prayer. When you find yourself in moments of uncertainty, when you feel the urge to control or manipulate a situation, turn to God in prayer. Ask for the strength to release your grip, the wisdom to trust in divine timing, and the peace to know that God's plan for you is unfolding perfectly. Prayer is not just a request for intervention. It is a deep, sacred conversation with the divine that strengthens your connection and reinforces your faith. You can pray with intention and devotion, surrendering your worries, fears, and desires to God. Say something like, God, I surrender this situation into your hands. I trust that you are guiding me. I release my need to control, and I open myself to receive your divine guidance. Please show me the next step, and help me to trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Feel the release that comes with this prayer. Know that, in surrendering, you are not giving up. You are aligning yourself with the infinite wisdom and love of God. You are trusting in divine flow, knowing that the universe has your back and is guiding you toward the best possible outcome. As you continue to practice the art of letting go, you will begin to notice a shift in your life. Things that once felt heavy will begin to feel lighter. The weight of control will lift from your shoulders, and you will begin to experience a new sense of peace, ease, and trust. The more you let go, the more space you create for miracles to flow into your life. Take a moment, chosen one, and let go. Release the things that no longer serve you. Surrender the need to control. Trust that the divine has a perfect plan for your life, and allow yourself to flow with it. Chosen one, As you continue to embrace the practice of surrender, you will inevitably encounter moments of fear and anxiety, particularly when the grip of control feels like your last defense against uncertainty. It is in these moments that the power of surrender truly shines. For surrendering is not just about letting go of control, it is also about releasing fear and anxiety. It's about trusting that the divine plan for your life is far greater than the limited understanding of your mind. It is about leaning into faith, trusting that God's plan will unfold in the most beautiful and unexpected ways, even when the road seems unclear. The fear of the unknown can be overwhelming. We often feel the need to control our circumstances because we believe that doing so will protect us from the uncertainty that lies ahead. When life feels unpredictable, it is natural to want to cling to the familiar, to try to direct the outcome, to make everything fit into a neat and understandable box. But here's the divine truth, chosen one. Living in constant fear and anxiety blocks the flow of divine love, peace, and guidance. You cannot live fully when fear governs your actions, and you certainly cannot experience God's peace when you are constantly striving to control every detail. The good news, chosen one, is that surrendering control is the antidote to fear. When you let go of the need to control everything, you allow yourself to be free. You release the constant worry and anxiety that stems from trying to predict and manage the future. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, you begin to focus on the present moment, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. You place your trust in God's divine wisdom and timing, knowing that there is a higher plan at work. You may be thinking, how can I trust when everything feels so uncertain? How can I let go when the fear of what might happen is so real? Chosen one, I want you to remember this. Fear is not a reflection of God's will for you. Fear is a product of the ego, the part of you that believes in separation, that believes in lack, and that believes it must control the world in order to be safe. But trust comes from the soul, from the knowing that you are one with the divine, and that the divine will never lead you astray. When you surrender control, you are not giving up your power. You are aligning with your true power. You are trusting that the universe, which is infinitely wise and loving, will guide you to exactly where you need to be. The more you surrender, the more you experience peace. You begin to see that the moments of discomfort, the periods of uncertainty, are not obstacles, but opportunities to strengthen your trust in God. These are the moments that invite you to lean into faith, to let go of fear, and to experience the divine guidance that is always available to you. One of the most profound ways to release fear and anxiety is through prayer and meditation. When you feel the weight of fear creeping in, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply, and invite the presence of the divine into your heart. Say a prayer of surrender such as, God, I release my fear and anxiety into your hands. I trust that you are guiding me, and that I do not need to control the outcome. Please fill my heart with peace, and help me trust in your divine plan. I surrender my worries to you, and choose to walk forward in faith. As you speak these words, feel the release within you. Let go of the tension, the worry, the need to control. Know that you are supported by the divine, and that all is in perfect order. Trust that every moment is being guided by God's wisdom and love, and that you are always being held in divine grace. Another powerful way to release fear is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or expectation. Fear often arises when we focus on the past or the future, on things that have already happened or things that have not yet come. But the present moment is where God's presence resides. In this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are loved. When you practice mindfulness, you remind yourself that the present moment is all you have, and it is enough. You are enough. When fear arises, turn your attention to your breath. Breathe deeply, and feel yourself grounded in the present. Notice the sensations in your body, the sights, sounds, and feelings that are around you. Allow yourself to simply be. Trust that the universe is supporting you in every moment, and that you do not need to have everything figured out right now. Each time fear arises, remind yourself that it is simply an invitation to trust. It is a call to lean into the divine, to release the illusion of control, and to surrender to the flow of life. Fear is not your true nature. Your true nature is love, peace, and trust in God's divine wisdom. Trusting God's plan is not always easy, chosen one. There will be moments of doubt, moments when it feels impossible to let go, and moments when the fear seems overwhelming. But remember, the more you practice surrender, the easier it becomes. The more you let go of the need to control, the more you will experience God's peace and presence in your life. The next time fear rises, instead of fighting it, embrace it as an opportunity to trust. Take a deep breath and repeat this mantra to yourself. I trust in God's plan for me. I release my fear, and I surrender to divine guidance. I am safe. I am loved. I am supported. Feel the peace that arises with these words. Know that as you trust in God, you release fear, anxiety, and doubt. You are choosing peace. You are choosing to walk forward in faith, knowing that everything is unfolding for your highest good. As you continue to practice surrender, chosen one, you will find that fear has less power over you. You will move through life with greater peace, trust, and confidence. You will become more attuned to the divine guidance that is always available to you. And with each moment of surrender, you will deepen your connection with God's love, knowing that you are never alone on this journey. Chosen one, as you continue to surrender, you will come to a profound realization. There is divine timing in everything. Trusting this divine timing requires faith in something greater than yourself, understanding that everything is unfolding as it should. Surrendering control over the timing of your life is one of the most freeing and empowering acts you can take. It allows you to align with the rhythm of the universe, moving in harmony with God's plan rather than fighting against it. Divine timing means trusting that everything happens when it is meant to, not according to your plans or deadlines, but according to the wisdom of the divine. One of the greatest challenges we face when surrendering to God is the desire for instant results. In a world where we have access to so much information at our fingertips, where everything moves at lightning speed, it's easy to feel impatient when things don't happen on our timeline. But divine timing operates in a different way. It is rooted in wisdom and understanding, in the knowledge that everything unfolds when we are ready, when the conditions are right, and when we are aligned with God's purpose. This can be a hard concept to grasp, especially when we are waiting for something we deeply desire. Whether it's a relationship, a career opportunity, healing, or a shift in your circumstances, the waiting period can sometimes feel like an eternity. But chosen one, I want you to know this. The waiting is not wasted. Every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty, is part of God's divine plan for you. In those moments of waiting, you are growing, healing, and preparing for what is to come. You are being guided, even if you cannot see the way clearly right now. Trusting in divine timing requires patience. It requires the ability to rest in the knowledge that God's timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't align with our own expectations. It's easy to get caught up in the fear of not having what you want when you want it. It's easy to wonder if you are being forgotten, or if your prayers are being ignored. But chosen one, I assure you, the divine is never late. God's timing is always right on schedule. Instead of stressing over when things will happen, I invite you to shift your focus to the present moment. Right now, you are exactly where you need to be. Right now, you are in the perfect position to grow, to learn, to surrender, and to trust. As you release the need for things to happen on your timeline, you open yourself up to receive God's blessings in the perfect moment. You allow divine timing to work in your life, knowing that the universe is guiding you every step of the way. One of the most beautiful aspects of divine timing is that it allows you to experience the fullness of life. When you stop rushing, stop forcing, and stop trying to make things happen, you become more attuned to the natural rhythm of life. You begin to notice the beauty in the small moments, the lessons in the challenges, and the peace in knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. Divine timing teaches you to trust the process, to trust that the universe is always working in your favor, and to trust that what is meant for you will come at the perfect time. In the waiting, there is growth. In the waiting, there is preparation. In the waiting, there is faith. The more you trust in divine timing, the more you will begin to see that life's events are not random. Everything is orchestrated perfectly, even when it feels uncertain or chaotic. Trusting God's timing means trusting that there is a bigger picture, and that every delay, every setback, every twist and turn is leading you toward your highest good. I invite you now, chosen one, to reflect on any area of your life where you've been feeling impatient or anxious. Perhaps you're waiting for a new job, a romantic partner, a healing, or a change in your circumstances. Ask yourself, am I trusting in divine timing? Am I surrendering to God's perfect plan? If you feel the urge to control the situation or push for an outcome, take a deep breath and remind yourself that everything will unfold when the time is right. There is a divine wisdom in every season of life, chosen one. There are moments of preparation, moments of growth, and moments of waiting, and each moment has its purpose. Trust that your time is coming. Trust that when the time is right, the doors will open, and you will be ready. Until then, allow yourself to rest in the peace of surrender, knowing that divine timing is always at work. When you surrender to divine timing, you are also surrendering to trust. You are trusting that everything you desire, everything you need, will come to you at the perfect time. This trust creates space for miracles to happen. It invites you to let go of the stress, anxiety, and pressure of trying to force things to happen. Instead, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, knowing that you are always exactly where you need to be. As you continue on this journey of surrender, I encourage you to practice patience. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, aligning people, events, and circumstances to bring about the perfect outcome for your life. Trust that the waiting is not in vain, but rather an opportunity to prepare, to grow, and to deepen your faith. Divine timing will always be at work, and when the time is right, everything you've been waiting for will come to you effortlessly. Let this prayer of trust fill your heart. God, I trust your timing. I surrender my need to control and allow your perfect plan to unfold in my life. I trust that everything is happening for my highest good, and I am ready to receive your divine blessings in your perfect timing. Feel the peace that comes with these words, chosen one. Trust that God's plan is unfolding perfectly for you. Everything is working out exactly as it should. Chosen one, as you continue to deepen your understanding of surrender, there comes a moment where you must let go of not just control and fear, but also the attachment to your own desires and plans. It's natural to have dreams, to wish for things, and to work toward achieving certain goals. But there is a great power in surrendering your personal desires to the divine, in releasing the idea that you know exactly what is best for you. When you surrender your plans, you make room for God's greater plan, one that is more aligned with your highest purpose, more expansive than anything you could have imagined. Surrendering your desires does not mean giving up on your dreams or abandoning your aspirations. It means letting go of the attachment to how, when, and where they will manifest. It means trusting that God's plan for your life will be far more fulfilling than what you may have envisioned. Your desires are important. They are the desires of your soul. But when you surrender them, you release the need to control the timing and the specific outcomes. Instead, you trust that the divine is guiding you toward what is meant for you, and that in doing so, you align with your deepest purpose. Think for a moment, chosen one, about the plans and desires you've been holding on to tightly. Have you ever found yourself clinging to a dream, only to feel frustrated when it doesn't unfold as you expected? Perhaps you've set clear intentions, worked hard, and believed that your dreams would come true in a specific way, only to face unexpected delays or obstacles. In these moments, it's easy to feel disheartened, as if your desires aren't being honored. But the truth is, your desires are being honored in a way that your limited human perspective may not yet fully understand. Surrendering your desires is an act of faith. It is acknowledging that while you have desires, you do not know the full scope of what God has in store for you. It is trusting that there is a greater plan, one that is working behind the scenes, even when things don't go according to your timeline. When you release your grip on your desires, you create the space for the divine to work in your life. to bring forth something even better than what you imagined. Consider for a moment how much energy you expend when you hold tightly to a specific desire. You may find yourself anxiously checking for signs of progress, worrying about the outcome, or constantly striving to force things into place. This anxiety and struggle only creates resistance in your life. But when you surrender your desires, you are trusting that your dreams are already in motion. Even if you can't see the evidence just yet, you are stepping out of the cycle of striving and into the flow of divine grace. Releasing your desires does not mean abandoning them. It means surrendering the need to control the details. You can still take inspired action toward your goals, but you do so with a sense of trust and peace, knowing that God is guiding you and that everything will unfold in divine timing. When you surrender, you are saying, God, I trust that you know the best way for me to receive this desire. I trust that your plan is more expansive than my own. Letting go of your attachment to outcomes is one of the most freeing practices you can embrace. It is a release of pressure, of expectation, and of fear. It is an invitation to let life flow with ease, trusting that every step you take is guided by divine wisdom. As you surrender your desires, you will notice a shift within you. The anxiety that once accompanied your goals will begin to dissipate, and you will find yourself at peace, knowing that the universe is working on your behalf, even when it doesn't look the way you expected. Take a deep breath, chosen one, and reflect on the desires you are holding on to. Perhaps there is a relationship you are striving for, a job you are trying to manifest, or a dream that you've been working toward for years. Now, in this sacred moment, surrender those desires to God. Release the attachment to the timing, to the method, and to the outcome. Trust that whatever is meant for you will come to you in perfect divine timing, in a way that exceeds what you could have planned for yourself. You can do this by saying a prayer of surrender. Offer your desires up to the divine and trust that they will be fulfilled in a way that is in alignment with your highest good. For example, God, I surrender my desires to you. I trust that you know what is best for me, and I release the need to control how and when these desires come to fruition. I open my heart to your divine plan, knowing that it is far greater than anything I could have imagined. I trust in your guidance and your timing. Feel the release in your body as you say these words. With each breath, let go a little more. Let go of the worry, the fear, the desire to control. As you surrender, you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities that the divine has in store for you. In releasing your attachment to desires, you make space for something even more beautiful than what you could have planned. The divine knows the deepest desires of your heart. When you surrender to God, you allow these desires to manifest in the way that will bring you the most fulfillment and joy. And, often, the divine's plan for you will surpass your own expectations, leading you to a place of greater peace, joy, and alignment with your soul's purpose. As you embrace this process of surrender, you will begin to notice a deeper sense of ease and flow in your life. You will find yourself no longer anxious about the timing of your dreams, but at peace, knowing that they are unfolding in perfect divine timing. You will trust that every step, every delay, and every challenge is part of the divine plan guiding you to exactly where you need to be. Take a moment now, chosen one, to reflect on the beauty of surrendering your desires. Imagine what your life would feel like if you could release the pressure to control everything. Picture yourself living with peace, trust, and faith in God's plan. Feel the deep inner peace that comes with letting go. You are worthy of every good thing, chosen one. And as you surrender your desires to the divine, you allow the universe to bring them to you in the most beautiful, unexpected ways. Chosen one. Now that you've embraced surrendering your desires and trust in divine timing, the next step is to develop a daily practice of surrender. Surrender is not a one-time decision. It is a lifestyle, a daily commitment to release the need to control, to let go of fear, and to trust in God's plan. This daily practice of surrender is a powerful act of faith, one that transforms your life, opens the doors to divine flow, and invites peace, grace, and wisdom into every moment. Surrendering control every day is a conscious decision to release your grip on the circumstances of your life. It is a decision to trust that God is always at work, even when you cannot see it, and that your life is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. The more you practice surrender, the more natural it becomes. It becomes a way of being, rather than something you must actively do. The key to mastering surrender is to incorporate it into your daily life, to make it a part of your morning routine, your workday, and your moments of rest. The first step in creating a daily practice of surrender is to begin each day with intention. When you wake up in the morning, take a moment before getting out of bed to surrender your day to God. Offer your plans, your tasks, and your desires up to the divine, trusting that God will guide you in everything you do. You don't need to know exactly what will happen during the day. You only need to trust that each moment is divinely guided. By starting your day with this act of surrender, you set the tone for everything that follows. A simple prayer of surrender in the morning can sound like this: God, I surrender this day into your hands. I trust that you are guiding me, and I release the need to control the outcome of anything. I trust in your divine plan for my life, and I open myself to your wisdom and guidance. Help me to let go of fear and to walk forward in trust. Feel the peace that settles in your heart as you offer the day to God. Know that you are not alone. With each breath, you are surrendering to divine will. You are releasing any attachments to how the day should unfold, trusting that God's plan is always greater than your own. As you move through your day, you will encounter moments when the urge to control rises. Whether it's an unexpected situation, a difficult conversation, or a challenging task, these moments are opportunities for you to practice surrender. When you feel the need to control or force an outcome, take a deep breath. Pause. Release your need to manage every detail. Offer the situation up to God, and trust that divine wisdom is guiding you. When you encounter challenges, remind yourself that surrender is not about avoiding difficulty or inaction. It's about trusting that every challenge you face has a purpose in your growth, and that God is with you every step of the way. Instead of trying to figure out everything on your own, surrender the problem to God and ask for guidance. Be open to the answers that arise, knowing that you are being led to the next step. Incorporating surrender into your daily life also means practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in each moment, fully aware and connected to the divine flow. It helps you to release worries about the past or the future, and to stay focused on the here and now. Surrendering to the present moment allows you to experience peace, clarity, and connection with the divine. When you are mindful, you are able to notice the gentle guidance and signs that are always around you. You become more attuned to God's presence, and you learn to trust in divine timing. In moments of stress or anxiety, mindfulness helps you come back to center, back to surrender. Whenever you feel overwhelmed or uncertain, stop for a moment. Close your eyes if possible, take a few deep breaths, and focus on the present moment. Remind yourself that you are not alone and that God's guidance is always available to you. Surrender the situation, the worry, and the fear, and let the peace of the divine wash over you. Another powerful way to practice daily surrender is through gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and in doing so, it opens the door to more abundance and peace. By practicing gratitude each day, you align yourself with the energy of surrender, trusting that everything you need is already provided. Gratitude also helps you let go of any resentment or frustration that arises when things don't go as planned. It helps you see the bigger picture and trust that all things, even the difficult moments, have a purpose. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on how you've practiced surrender. What moments challenged you to release control? How did you trust God in difficult situations? What blessings came from your willingness to surrender? By acknowledging these moments of surrender, you deepen your connection to the divine and reinforce your faith in God's perfect plan. End your day with a prayer of gratitude and trust. You can say something like, God, thank you for guiding me today. Thank you for helping me surrender control and trust in your divine plan. I release any remaining worry or fear, knowing that I am always supported by your love. I trust in your timing and your wisdom, and I rest in the peace that comes from surrender. Feel the peace that comes with this prayer. Feel the release of any tension or anxiety from the day. Know that you are at peace with God's plan and that your faith has been strengthened. Each time you practice surrender, you are allowing divine love and grace to flow more freely into your life. As you continue to cultivate a daily practice of surrender, you will begin to notice a profound shift in your energy and mindset. You will feel lighter, more at ease, and more connected to God's guidance. Your relationship with the divine will deepen, and you will begin to see more clearly the path that is unfolding before you. The more you surrender, the more you will experience the flow of divine love, and the more you will come to trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. Take a moment now, chosen one, to reflect on the commitment you are making to live in surrender each day. Imagine what your life would feel like if you could surrender every moment, trusting that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Allow this vision to fill your heart with peace, joy, and trust. You are not alone on this journey, chosen one. With every breath, with every moment of surrender, you are aligning with the divine flow of the universe, trusting that everything is unfolding for your highest good. Chosen one, as you move deeper into your practice of surrender, there is a profound realization that comes. Surrender is not simply about letting go of control or releasing your desires. It is, at its core, about living fully in the presence of the divine. It is about trusting that, in every moment, God is with you, guiding you, and holding you in divine love. When you live from a place of surrender, you are living in alignment with your true self, the self that is one with the divine, one with God's will, and one with the flow of life. This way of being invites peace, grace, and divine purpose into every area of your life. Living fully in surrender means moving beyond the ego's need to be in charge and recognizing that there is a higher wisdom at work. You stop trying to make everything fit into your plans and instead allow life to unfold naturally. The peace that comes from surrender is not a passive peace, it is an active, present peace that arises from your trust in God. It is the peace of knowing that, no matter what happens, you are never alone and that everything is unfolding perfectly. One of the most powerful aspects of living fully in surrender is realizing that you do not need to know the how or the when. The uncertainty of life can often lead us to want to control everything, to know every detail and to anticipate every outcome. But in surrender, you let go of that need for certainty. You release the anxiety that comes with trying to figure everything out and step into the divine flow, where trust and faith become your guiding lights. Living fully in surrender means embracing the present moment with open arms. It means allowing yourself to experience life without judgment or resistance. It means trusting that, no matter what circumstances arise, you are always in the right place at the right time, guided by the divine. Each moment, each breath, becomes an opportunity to let go, to release the past, to surrender the future, and to trust that the divine is leading you where you need to go. Think about a time when you've allowed yourself to let go and simply trusted the process. Perhaps it was during a difficult situation when you finally surrendered your need to control, or during a moment of joy when you simply allowed yourself to experience the fullness of the moment without worrying about what comes next. Those moments of surrender are powerful. They remind you that peace does not come from controlling your circumstances, but from trusting in the divine guidance that is always available to you. Living fully in surrender also means embracing the unknown. The unknown can be one of the scariest aspects of life, especially when we feel we have no control over what will happen next. But chosen one, the unknown is not a place of fear, it is a place of possibility. When you surrender to the unknown, you open yourself to infinite possibilities, trusting that whatever happens next is part of God's plan for you. You no longer fear the future. Instead, you move forward in faith, knowing that everything will unfold exactly as it should. As you begin to trust more deeply, you may notice that your life begins to flow with more ease. When you stop forcing things to happen, when you stop trying to make everything fit into your plans, you create space for the divine to step in and guide you. Doors open effortlessly, opportunities appear, relationships become more harmonious. Life begins to feel like a dance, and you are swept up in its rhythm, trusting that every step, every turn, is leading you toward your highest good. The beauty of living fully in surrender is that it frees you from the pressure to figure everything out. You no longer feel the need to solve every problem, to control every outcome, or to know the exact steps ahead. You are able to rest in the knowledge that God is in control, that God is guiding you, and that everything will work out in divine timing. Take a moment now, chosen one, to reflect on how you have experienced the flow of surrender in your life. Think of the moments when you trusted the process, when you let go of your desire to control, and when you experienced peace in the midst of uncertainty. Allow these moments to fill your heart with gratitude, for they are reminders of the divine guidance that is always available to you. Now, ask yourself, how would my life change if I lived fully in surrender, trusting God completely in every moment? What would it feel like to release the need to control the outcomes of my life, and instead trust that I am always being guided toward my highest good? Let this vision of peace, trust, and divine flow fill your heart, chosen one. You are ready to live fully in surrender. You are ready to trust God with every moment, every breath, every desire. With each act of surrender, you align yourself more deeply with the divine, knowing that everything in your life is unfolding perfectly. To help you embody this trust, say these words aloud. I choose to live fully in surrender. I trust God's plan for my life. I release the need to control, and I embrace the flow of divine guidance. I am at peace, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly, in divine timing. Feel the peace that settles in your soul with these words. You are choosing to live in alignment with your divine purpose. You are surrendering to the wisdom of the universe, knowing that your life is guided with love and grace. As you continue on this path of surrender, remember that you are always supported, always loved, and always guided. The more you surrender, the more you will experience peace, joy, and the deep satisfaction that comes from trusting God's plan for your life. Every moment is an opportunity to surrender more fully, to release the burden of control, and to trust in the divine flow. You are not alone on this journey, chosen one. Every step you take in surrender brings you closer to divine peace and to the life that you were always meant to live.